Hey, DPX, why are you reviewing a movie that's been out for a week already? Is probably what you're saying to yourself. Or maybe even more than a week, considering it's Amazon Prime thing. But I had so much to do in all that time, that I just didn't get around to even seeing this. So, I'm sorry that this review is going up a week later, because this movie's been out for a week, and if you were interested in watching this review, you had probably already seen the movie, so watching this video, which I know you're not, but watching this video does mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. So, welcome to my Aquaman review, and, what do I have to say about it? It's decent. It's actually a decent DC movie. Let's get into this. So, Aquaman is the sixth installment in the DCEU. Well, actually, rebranded to what? The DC World? I forgot what it was called. But, and is actually ditches the whole dark tone previously set by those, Zack Snyder movies. And, and it's directed by James Wan, so I did have somewhat high hopes for this. I was hopeful. Thought this movie had potential, and I was not. Wanted and in a way expected it to be good. I was not at all expecting. How do I say this? I was not at all. I wasn't going to be surprised if it wasn't good, and it was somewhere in between. I enjoyed this movie. It may have lost me at times and got me a bit bored in a way, but it entertained me for a lot of the times. And it was good. That's what I can say. I did like the performance by everyone. One thing I wish was different about this movie was Black Manta. Specifically, more than just Black Manta, how they handled the villains. There were two villains, Black Manta and the Ocean Master, Aquaman's brother. And, what's his face? Black Manta was definitely the way more interesting villain of the two, especially if you watch the movie. But they they sidelined him kind of. They made him less important, and even though he seemed to be pushed more than the Ocean Master with through all the trailers and stuff. I didn't watch that many trailers, or if I did, I watched them like once. But still, it's they just had Black Manta's origin, like how his father died. I mean, spoilers, I guess, but that's also how it plays out in the comics. That's sort of his whole thing, is that his father's dead, so, I mean, yeah, but he had his father die, and then and then he became Black Manta, and then, halfway through the movie, he fought Aquaman, he lost to Aquaman, and was never seen again until, uh, one of the mid-credit scenes. I don't know why I said one of the. There's only one mid-credit scene. But still, I would have liked it for him to be featured a lot more, and he wasn't used. And then the Ocean Master wasn't as interesting as Black Manta. In fact, I like. I don't even think the Ocean Master was interesting that much at all. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was some of the editing. Okay, let me elaborate. 9 times out of 10, it was fine. It was just like any other good movie. But uh, let me know if you've seen this movie and you notice this too. But that one scene where Aquaman and Mira were in the desert, they just they were obviously green screened onto some image of a desert, but like it was obvious. Like it was just poorly edited, that scene. Like they just the characters just stood out like they were didn't coexist with the background, and that sort of bothered me. That took me away from the scene. It just didn't look right. But then like every other scene just looked fine. Anything else that was obviously green screen, I mean logically was green screen, it hid the fact that it was green screened. Like you're able to, it's believable that that was its own, that that was actually happening at that setting. But this one desert scene just did not look real at all. Another thing I sort of had against this movie is how long it is. I mean, sure that there's nothing wrong with a movie that is long, no pun intended, but as long as you have enough to put in it. However, I feel like I'm looking up the runtime right now, but I mean, it did 2 hours and 22 minutes. It's almost 3 hours, which is crazy. But I feel that like there wasn't that much to put in here for almost an hour and a half, 2.5 hours rather. But I still found enjoyment from it. It's not a perfect movie by any means. I wouldn't even go around saying this movie was great. It's the next Wonder Woman. It's not. I definitely say it is the second best DC movie. Well, I mean, like in the DCEU or DC world, and it's definitely a step in the right direction. This is a step in the right direction with DC world. I'm probably saying that wrong, and you guys are gonna comment below telling me, "Hey, DPX, you're bad. You don't follow anything. It's not DC world. What are you, stupid?" I'm sorry, but this is a step in the right direction with next year's Shazam, and I believe that Joker movie also comes out next year. I'm not sure. That sort of just dropped out of nowhere, and I was like, "Oh, what's this? What?" And then other movies that come out afterwards. Some of them seem to be a bit troubled, like Batman or Flash or Suicide Squad 2, or the Harley Quinn movie. Just about every single other one of them, except for Shazam and Joker, all seem like they're going through some trouble right now. But yeah, but it's a good movie. I can say it's good. Maybe decent, but good. It's good. It's not great. It's not fantastic. It's not incredible. It's good. Alright? And that's why I give Aquaman a 7 out of 10. It is good, but it could be better. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. I am satisfied with it. I'm satisfied. I want to be more satisfied, though. We'll just put it that way. Well, that would be it for my Aquaman review. Yep, once again, I'm sorry that this is a lot later than it should be. Well, with like What's and uh, stuff going on in my real life, and just having the desire that for Smash being a must to uh, delve time in, and with Christmas, actual Christmas, I just did not have much time at all to see this. Finally, I did have time, and I got to review it for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is probably my last review of 2018. Definitely not my last video 2018. I still got some coming for you guys. Uh, I got my top 10 best games of the year list and something along the lines of a list of my personal favorite movies of the year. I almost said of the list. Don't worry, that'll probably be my next video I make and upload, so you'll see that video and everything. So yeah, goodbye guys.